How's it going, peeps? Welcome back to my channel. This is the weekend, or no, I wouldn't say the weekend preview, more like a big six review thus far. And we also chat about what's been going on in the world of football. It has been an interdull, to say the least. So I'm bored, and obviously I can't talk to myself tonight. So I'm joined by a few guests. I'll start with my first one. Tiny boy, how's it going, partner?
Nah, lekker jou side, man.
All good, all good. How was the weekend?
Was maar rustig, man. Didn't do too much, you know.
No,
Had a lekker
nice.
cold evening Saturday. Thanks for coming.
It was awesome. It was awesome. I only recovered fully yesterday from it, so the age is catching up to me, but it was awesome.
Hey, another thing, the grey is coming now. Yeah. But
Yeah.
at least United didn't give us a weekend for me to upset, you know.
I
always
feel the
have their
same way
ways
about
of-
Arsenal.
Hey?
I feel the same way about Arsenal, my guys. So I'm quite fine with the fact that there wasn't any club football this week, so I don't have to stress. But we'll dive into what's been going on since the last time we spoke. My second guest, Fabo.
Yo, boys.
How's it
How's
going?
that, Fablo?
Nah, always good, boys. Always good.
How was the weekend?
Humble weekend. Just little here and there.
Little here and there. Did you miss the football, or have you been watching the internationals?
International can only take you so far, but it's also like Danish said, it's one of those weekends we don't have to stress.
Also true. And our final guest, Davino. How's it going, brother?
What up, guys? Nah, I'm alright, Davey, man.
Are you good? How was
Yeah,
your
no, I'm
weekend?
still. It was chilled. There was no football, so it allowed me to catch up on some other sports. Like rugby, watch Argentina, upset the All Blacks and so forth.
Oh, you just had to throw that in there.
Hey, funny.
You just had to throw that one. You just had to throw that one in there. Damn,
Yeah.
nah.
You know, it's no use watching international football because you expect it's like a ticking time bomb when next is the next injury or so coming up. So I don't really wanna watch a horror movie over the weekend like that.
It's interesting that you commented on that actually, because that you led me right into our first topic. David, what has been going on with Liverpool, my man? It's like you guys are just
Yeah.
hit by the Rona, by injuries left, right, and center. I think
But,
I don't think you have a full backline. Talk to me. What's going on? How do you feel?
Yeah, even I can tell you, I don't know what is worse: the fixture congestion, the international break, or COVID. I'm still trying to decide which one is worse. But with everything, a game every third day or so, I don't think the guys is gonna survive. If we want to see the best football in the best league, we're gonna start seeing youngsters filling up the team all the time, every week. I mean, when I watched Liverpool last year play against Aston Villa, when we had to go play the FIFA World Club Cup with all that youngsters, the way we're going on, that's where we're heading to, and but on the other side again, I was always like worried, how are we gonna set up? Is it gonna be okay? Are we gonna make it? But so far, we've got the results we wanted, and so I think it's time that we start, or me especially, start trusting the team and start trusting how the boys will perform on the weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, true. No, but I mean, I really can honestly say you guys have been, I wouldn't say hit as hard. I would say not hit as hard, but I mean, you were lucky in the sense that for the past 2 seasons, you guys didn't feel the injuries as much. But I think this year they're all happening in one area per se, and it opened it up. Dane, what have you made of it? I mean, obviously this is an open league. How do you feel about Liverpool's injury woes?
The pain is yet to come. The pain is yet to come.
The pain is yet to come.
Yeah, no, it was long time coming. Then when you could see the team that he was playing now for a few seasons, and then the burnout was gonna come. I thought it was gonna be last season or the season before that, but it's hitting them now eventually. But okay, the players are so young; they can recover quickly. So maybe they recover, they bounce back faster than what. I just hope the international break can just get done now, so that the true pain can come.
Yeah.
The dropping
But
of the
look-
3 points and so on.
Look, Devin, the thing is, it's not just because I saw Ole also going on in his last game against Everton. With the way they set it up. So I don't just think it's a team that's burning out with the way Klopp is what he's demanding of the players, but it's the way the Premier League or the powers that be are setting up the games and so on. They need to consider the teams that are playing European football and rather set them to play at a later time and date because they really not taking them into consideration.
But
Yeah,
Devin, can I ask this question quickly? Does Klopp have a rotational team? Because we already know, come next week, we know who your squad is. Maybe like one change between Jota or Firmino, but we've always known this is Klopp's team through the last 2 seasons. So could that also be a big factor where the players aren't getting enough time to rest?
That's the thing. They're not getting enough time to rest. And I actually read an article where one of the doctors is saying that they players are playing through with pain and they're injecting them and they're just playing them to they're just going to get the next hit or so. So the injuries is gonna be long term if they keep up with this. So yeah, it's a tough one. And I know we all want the football. We want the football as much and as frequently as possible, but it's not nice to see every week you hear, hey, this one is out, this one is out, this one got injured or so. So it's bad.
Look, it is what it is. I personally still think you guys have enough, but we'll digest that later on as to how the title race, how we see the title race going. But obviously, if there is Liverpool drama, there's always media drama as well. Then I'll bring you onto our next topic. We've now seen when Pogba played for France. I think the media, personally, I read the article today. I think the media tried to twist his words. Last week there was an agenda out for Greenwood, and this time there was an agenda out for Rashford. Why do you think the media are so heavy on these players, especially from United per se, and obviously being a player of color? And I mean that in no racial context, but I mean you only have to look at the sense that Greenwood is a young guy, and Phil Foden was protected under all costs whatsoever. Phil Foden also did the madness with Greenwood, but I mean, what do you really think that at some point now, at what point do we start protecting Greenwood per se? And I mean, look at Rashford, how well he's been doing off the field as well.
Even for me, it feels like the team itself. It just shows you the level where that Manchester United is. That how the media can try to break a team like that. Man, I don't see them targeting many teams the way they can target United, and how they can try to change Paul's words of what he said in his press conference. It's actually sad, man, because you look so forward to the games every week, and you try to you like have that belief in your players that's gonna play that Saturday, and then the media come and they dampen these players like they thinking they're robots or something, that nothing is gonna. They also emotional and going through stuff, and it's really not nice, man. And I think it's just time for Pogba to rather go somewhere else and be great somewhere else, man. Leave Manchester United and I don't know, start I don't know, get new recruits in and stuff. But Greenwood on the other end is a youngster. I don't know what's going on in his life. But the people grooming him now, they're putting him on that pedestal, and once you're on that pedestal, it's very easy to break you from there, and that's gonna dampen your future going forward.
Do you think Fergie would have protected Greenwood more, Tyne?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
He would have tried to break him in a different way, but try to protect him from the media itself. Media-wise, yeah, definitely.
David, what have you made of it all? I mean, you're a Liverpool fan for how long now already? I'm sure you've seen this type of thing with Sterling as well, but I mean, Sterling just dug through it all. What have you made of it?
Yeah. Devin, like what you mentioned, the players of color, it's the three guys. Why is it just them? You know what I mean? Although it's United, at the end of the day, they players, and you can't speak against them because you only want to play against the best and make sure that everyone plays to their best potential. So and Greenwood was starting to feature for England's senior team. So why not cut the guy some slack, and give him that opportunity to grow. But I think they should just take that focus away from them as youngsters, and then just rather let them grow in the background, because you're never gonna know their potential if you're gonna keep on putting that focus on them. And then I don't understand why Rashford is getting such um, bad
Backlash.
treatment. Yeah, because
Exactly.
of the good that he's doing off the field. I mean, even Klopp was raving about the good that he's doing. So it's sad actually. Yeah.
Look, I
So
mean, my personal opinion on it is, I mean, Rashford is investing in property, and I mean, I don't know, but I think it was Phil Foden that did the same, and he was blown up like, wow, Phil Foden doing all his investments. Another example, Harry Maguire. Look what Harry Maguire did in Greece, and there they made like a whole Pistorius sit down for him.
Mm,
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know who I am. Oh, I didn't mean to do it.
mm,
Fuck that, man.
mm.
Nah, ban it.
Yeah,
Nah, but you get where I'm going with a different.
yeah,
A
yeah,
different
yeah. And Devin,
same with
even
Grealish, it was an accident.
Grealish also did some fuckery. The same with Kyle Walker as well. They also caught on
yeah,
madness. Wasn't it Madison also did madness in the COVID time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
And they all they get is a slap on the wrist. But the other
yeah.
players must feel it.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
how many of you guys remember Jordan I that played for Liverpool and went to
I do.
Bournemouth?
I do.
Yeah, I mean, there's a story or a documentary about him where he lost his passion even to play. So he's still trying to find that again now and come back into it. So I mean, do you really want this for the youngsters? Yeah, no.
See what
Exactly.
it is.
Not only that, look, Devin, you've also been an England supporter for how many years? England
Hmm.
have had golden generations. This is the best generation of youngsters coming through. But
Yeah.
would you agree in the sense that the media always destroys the England team and have prevented them from
Always,
getting success?
Hands down.
always,
Hands
always.
down.
Yeah. You would think now also with the stadiums being empty and so on, but they still find a way to try and put that pressure on them. And it's all the years it's been that
Glad
pressure.
Belgium knocked them out.
I mean, why did you see the youngs? I think it was under 17 or under 19 where with Brewster then that won the World Cup
They won the World Cup, yeah.
on that level, and the youngsters that's coming up now. So why not give them opportunity? There was no light on them when they were playing under 17 and so on, and they were doing it.
Yeah.
So I think that
But was the under 17 and the under 21 team, no?
under 21
Yeah.
years. Yeah.
Oh, well, but it's just England. That's how it has been. Fabo, you
Yeah.
look too quiet sitting there. Let's come on to you.
Yeah,
Last
man,
time.
listen to all the boys. Look. I don't know if you still remember, Kataya, when not too long ago, when we were still running on that high, I think still during the Leicester period, where it's between us and them. Before we go on to the next question, we were still between us and Leicester, and that whole article also was on a big high. Then out to the blue, this leaked images of the balloon story.
Always. I remember
And
it was Guendouzi and Laka and them, no?
and Ozil, the whole entire squad. And then again, we got a massive backlash, and then all of a sudden, our form also came with it as well.
It's the media. It's the English media, you honestly. And I think that's why most players don't want to play in England also. You don't see Mbappe wanting to come to England. He will never play in England simply just because of the media.
Yeah.
But
You
yeah,
can also take into account all the players that's been there in England that's left, and look how they're shining as well. Like you can make United as a perfect example as the team where players came. The minute they leave, they find their free scoring form again.
exactly. And they won't come back. There's no way they'll come back. But next topic. Do you trust the process, Getaya? Last time we were on, we beat Manchester United. We were on a high. Since then, hey, we got absolutely slaughtered and hammered on our home ground. But I think we both agree that it was coming with the type of boring drab football that we were playing. But I have to ask, I'm not saying Arteta out at this point in time, but surely you need to be asking questions of him in terms of his squad selection. And I mean, the way he favors players, in my opinion, some players get off scotch-free with him. And some players don't, like he's ruthless with other players. But what are your thoughts?
Like you said, I'm not at the phase of where I'm Arteta out, but I am at the phase where if I can give stick to Unai of last year for doing the exact same thing, what makes Arteta any different? I've said it in so many podcasts also before. Arteta's too one-dimensional, and teams like today are figuring you out. And normally you should take like other teams like the whole season to figure your team out. And the second season you're not gonna get that luck. But I think with no more fans, almost like people have more time now to think and say, okay, no, this, and this. Okay, now we can come take you on again, and we're ready for you. I do honestly believe in him, but for me, I still think he needs to change his approach. Yes, he's hands on his favorite players. Like the whole Laka thing. Laka is Laka. That's what I all can say. We're wasting a bombing out wide, and I've been saying this for who knows how long. We are wasting a bombing out wide. Then when he eventually gets ball, it misses that one chance, and people just slaughter him. Oh yeah, Aubameyang missed. What if Aubameyang had to score? Man got one chance in the Villa game. Not one single registered shot out of Aubameyang. For 90 minutes, and this is our top goal scorer for the last 2 seasons, not registering one shot. It was embarrassing that. But then those people are gonna start pointing fingers at how people somewhere run, the media somewhere run now as because of Ozil. They'll bring up an Ozil story out of the blue. They'll take the whole attention of what just happened. Because again, we must watch out for the golden child that is Arteta.
Exactly.
No, I'm gonna give you a stick. If you catch on shit, you catch on shit. Learn from it and you move on. Not protecting. No, Rome wasn't built in a day. This and all that. Look at Lampard. People's giving Lampard stick already. They're not saying no. Lampard needs time to adapt. Lampard still needs this to adapt. Look at Ole as well. They gave Ole 10 games. Then they came hard again for Ole again. They're saying no. He has this. He has that. Why must we be so soft around him? If you catch on shit, call you out. Simple as that.
Exactly. Devin, what have you made from it looking from the outside in?
You know, I thought it was a good chance to build on from the United win. To really show. I thought something's coming here. But with the defeat against Villa, I thought, whoa, there's this. Like Fabian said, there's one. It seemed like one-dimensional. Just playing from the back, which is the right way and the new way of doing it. But for me, he still needs to be more smarter the way he set up, because it's not every team that you can set up that way. And I actually had the question, like, does he still need? Okay, obviously he still needs a few more players and so on, and we must give him more time. But where do you think that he still needs to add, other than Partey, sitting in that midfield that you could say you lacked in that midfield? I think defensively, Arsenal sort of he was, bringing them right with the players that he had, So where else do you think, for the system that he's working on, do you think he can develop?
Faber, do you want to go? Must I take it?
Nah, take it.
I think he's sitting with too much dead wood first and foremost. He's sitting with a whole lot of dead wood on his books. For me, he's still playing square pegs in round holes. You must remember, we're still sitting with players of the Wenger and the Unai Emery era. I mean, Devin, you are a Liverpool fan. When Klopp came in, how many of your players of when Klopp came to Liverpool are still there? Only Origi and Henderson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But the problem with our situation and your situation is you had assets. We don't have assets. We can put Mustafi, Kolasinac, Xhaka out in the front of my lawn for free, and tonight when we come, they'll still be there. No one wants our shit. So his job is bigger than what it is. People need to understand that. And the other thing is, we've got a manager that's also learning on the job. It's not going to happen overnight. Yes, we have to be patient and we have to call him out on his errors and that type of thing. But I mean, we can. I don't know how many transfer windows to give him. I don't know. January, is he going to sign? I don't know. I still think we need creativity. I see we're linked with Ua and Zaboslai as well. I think Laka's done. I think we need to sell Laka. Whatever we could take for Laka, we must take it now. Whatever, and even go for Edson Udward of Celtic. So we linked with him as well. But we need creativity. But I think the next window at the end of the season is going to be big for us because Mustafi and all those players are coming to the end of their contracts. The Socrates, And only then you can only be able to judge. I don't know, Faber, what do you think? Where else do we need? Where do we lack? Bellerin definitely needs to go. Let me just get that one in. I can't for the life of me understand why he kept Ainsley Maitland-Niles. He might as well have sold Ainsley Maitland-Niles because he's not playing Ainsley Maitland-Niles. We could have gotten 25 million for Ainsley Maitland-Niles from Wolves. That could have gone to signing Ua. You see, small things
He was on his way.
Sorry, Danny?
He was on his way out, eh?
He was on
Yeah.
his way out.
And then I turned around.
On the day,
On the
Arteta
day,
literally
yeah.
changed his mind and told him, okay,
Yeah.
look here, I can offer you this, I can offer you that. It's all a pipe dream. Now you just get an FA Cup in Europa visits, that's all. Bellerin, for me, he doesn't deserve it. Ever since his injury, he's never been that same player. But look, I agree, an injury changes you, but he always has that mindset of, I might get hurt. I might get hurt. So I'm not going to do this or do that anymore. Then no, this is not in for you anymore. Then go to your modeling and planting tree career. Simple as that. There is Cedric, who's been performing. There's Ainsley Maitland-Niles. There's players in his back pocket for jokes. But Bellerin just walks into the team. So how much you feel as a player who's giving you all and you watch the game and you see Hector catching on nonsense, you're like, really now? I'm giving my all. But just walks into the squad like it's nothing. He's gonna catch on nonsense and come next week, there again. Simple as that.
Same with Pepe and William.
Same with Pepe and William. William has been catching. William had one good game this whole season against
First game.
First game. And people were praising him. And I said before the game, no, this is a scam. This is honestly a scam. Where I'm meaning to be this player, but people's like, no, how can you say this? You see there, Fabian, he performed, he done this, he done that. 7 games later, come, let's talk now again about William. Pepe has been there, but again, because of the media that's going on about him, the fan base is also jumping on the media buzz of no, Pepe is a waste. Pepe is a 72 million flop. No, man, let's not talk nonsense with each other here. The people are quick to jump on the bandwagon. He has a good string of games. He scores games. People's like, no, this is against small teams. Why are you guys going on? No, if you are scoring, play you. Simple as that. Your form is on. Why must I be dropped? Simple as that.
True.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. But yeah, Devin, it's going to be a long, bumpy ride for us. That much I can tell you. It's going to be a long, bumpy ride. And it's not going to get any easier because we got Leeds this weekend and they're going to come for us.
That's a tough one. Tricky fixture.
Wolves after that and Spurs, and we all know we'll dive into Spurs now as we come into the Big Six. So it's going to be a very bumpy ride. But let's start with Dane. Because Dane, how would you rate your season thus far? And what
Even
have you
it's
made
still
of?
the same like last season is inconsistent. Really, still inconsistent. We almost like in the same boat as what Arsenal's in. I can see more of an idea what Arsenal is trying to do. United is a whole different thing. One week you think we're going. I mean, we beat PSG in the Champions League, and then it was the other game that we won 5-0. And then we had to Leipzig. And then thinking now the confidence is there to take on Arsenal. Everything is set in place. What happens again? All downhill from there. I don't know even what's going on in that team, man, but I still have faith and believe, man. They got the potential is there. It's just that like you said, the media is trying to break a team like United down, and they still it's like their minds are too small to handle it, man. And I don't really blame them that's being affected. It's actually the coaching that's behind it, the people with the experience that must groom them. That is not grooming them the way they need to be and protecting them how they need to be protected. Like you said, would Ferguson have protect him like if he was there, we would never know now what we could have get out of this team now. If he could do that with the 6 that he had, that 6 youngsters that he started with, Beckham, Scholes, Giggs, the Neville brothers. You see what he done with that, with how we groomed them, and they done great things. Now, if they can just get someone that can groom them in the proper way, I'm sure they have a bright future. There will be a bright future. But I believe in Oli Devon, really. I wait and see. I like his recruitment. Very bad decision making sometimes. At times he does. But he's young, he's learning. I know that guy when he started at United, he had a young face, and that face is starting to, the wrinkles is coming now. The grey is coming. So he looks more 69 and then 79 and then his actual age.
How will you rate United?
How will I rate United? Yo, he was
Cole said 5 out of 10.
I see the
5 out of 10 is very early.
But thus far,
thus far I would say only 7 games with a game in hand.
Oh, you got a 7.
I think I'm
now you got a game in
7,
hand.
game in hand. I think I'm also gonna go with Bala there with a 5, man. For now, 5 with great potential to grow. Yeah, still inconsistent, but I don't see us too far away from catching up to 8 points. There's an 8-point gap. Everybody's been making mistakes. Everybody's been making mistakes, so it's not. It won't be. I wouldn't say if we don't slip up, if we can still catch up, there's still enough time to catch up.
True.
So
I have one question now. I have one question. Obviously, Bruno scored after he was in the last game after he came under fire and criticism. But Cavani also scored as well. And how would you slot? Would you start Cavani in the next game? How would you line up? I know it's West Brom. It's a very, very easy game. I wish I was playing West Brom the weekend as well. And there's course for Donny van der Beek, but do you think that he still hasn't found the right system? I know he is dropping Pogba, and a lot of people are happy about the fact that he is dropping Pogba, but how would you line up now in terms of what system would you play and would you integrate into the team?
I would throw Cavani up as a number 9 just to see what he's got. I don't think he's got the 90 in him, 90 minutes. But I saw the highlights of Uruguay, and he actually played very well there with Uruguay. But I'll throw him as the number 9 up front, Rashford on the left. Greenwood, I'll start. I'll try the diamond. So that's a 3-4-3. 3-4-3. 3. Yeah, but with like throwing a diamond. I would like to. I'd like to see them grow with it with Donny, Fred and Donny McTominay and Bruno in that middle. With Mata in the mix of it, I would like to see him involved in that, because for me, when he's involved in that team, he brings what they need, man, what they want actually. They like this ball playing football, not this kicking and trying your luck, but what they can and what they can do is I would like to see that growth in them, and like more minutes together, just to see what they can do, in time.
True, fair enough. No, I think that's a fair enough assessment. Devon, I think what the common phrase that's been set up across this pod tonight is it's a very, very open season. What have you made of Liverpool season thus far? I call you guys still mentality warriors and mentality monsters, although with all the injuries now, and you have Leicester the weekend as well. How are you feeling going into that game?
It's a tricky fixture. We've done well in the past against them at Anfield, so I'm still leaning towards a positive result on Sunday. But this far, I think we've shown, due to the circumstances, I can give Liverpool a 8 because of the resilience that they showed. We played youngsters at times in crucial positions, and they only showed what they are worth, and they showed the great mentality. So I would give us an 8 because we really, even though we're third, the fixtures didn't. It was coming thick and fast and so on. So some of the results didn't go our way, with VAR and everything. But I think performance-wise, we're still up there. Yeah. What did you say today?
Carry on.
Was it the VAR or was it the 7? I don't know. Was it the 7 or the VAR?
No, there was a blip. The 7 was a blip. 7 was a blip.
Oh, 7 blips.
Yeah.
But Devon, how would you line up the weekend?
Oh, this weekend. Okay, it's definitely Ellison in the polls. Then they said Fabinho's going to be back, so it's Matip and Fabinho. Milner's gonna have to cover on the right because Trent has got an injury. Then Robo's still 50-50. We don't know yet 100%, but we got Tsimikas Costas to cover for him. So I think that's a decent cover there. You can see he knows how to defend, but we'll have to see against Leicester how he does. And then Thiago also might be there, so things don't look too bad because Thiago might be there. And Genie's still doing well. He's fit and he's getting a new contract. There's talks of a new contract.
And he's getting a new
Two as
deal.
well. Yeah. So, and then Henderson is also 50-50. I don't know, but if he's not there, there's a shout for either Keita, Jones, or Shaqiri. I definitely think we should make time, give him some time and space to do his thing. He showed that against West Ham. Was it West Ham?
With that trouble.
Yeah. So yeah, I think he would be great there. And then up front with Salah, they said he's gonna miss the game against Leicester and Atalanta, so he might not be ready to play. Definitely Firmino, Mane, and Jota up front.
Okay.
So we stick to the 4-3-3.
Yeah, I think you guys are still solid in that, and I think that's strong enough. And I saw on Twitter earlier that Shaqiri he's already on his flight back to Liverpool because the team that they were supposed to play against, I think it was Ukraine, they've been distracted by COVID as well.
I saw, yes.
So he's on his way back as well. Dane, I have to ask, how do you rate now the title race? Do you still see Liverpool as favourites? How would you rate? Who's in the title race now?
It's tough, Steven, I still think it's a bit too early with everybody making all these mistakes. I wouldn't be surprised if it's another Leicester or Aston Villa coming up just to surprise everyone. But I think Aston Villa's he's gonna come in. But it's just that everybody's making mistakes, man. So it makes it more exciting. But it's for me tough to say, man. Stuff. Don't forget about Jose Mourinho. He's coming in the silent buzz. He's rising. I can see his strategy.
Yeah.
He's going about his business quietly.
He's going about his business, yeah.
How would you rate this season? Speaking of Tottenham, how would you rate this season?
Tottenham looks very strong, actually. Very strong. Really under the radar. But they're looking very good.
And they're smart. They have no media attention or anything.
Exactly.
Perfect time, honestly. I mean, look, Bale is there and people expect like a lot of talk around that with the return of Madrid there. They have the golden child, Harry Kane, over there. And son, you would expect the media to be destroying every little thing. And they also lost not too long ago, they're 1-0. But there was like this little bit of chatter about them, and after that, they just stopped and they went on as per normal.
Yeah.
Everyone else got slated. And the media still went on as per normal. But with Jose and Spurs, they are just smooth sailing. Just getting the results.
Yeah.
I saw that one with Kane trying to also taking some tips there from Salah, the diving tips, man. And then the media the media wanted to crush him, and then they said, and then Mourinho just shrugged it off by saying, talk about Liverpool, talk about Manchester United, about the penalties. Leave Harry Kane. Leave Harry Kane.
Fair enough. Debbie, there's two teams that we're forgetting about here in this title race, and that's City and Chelsea. How would you rate their season? I'm specifically asking you to rate them.
Yeah, I'm gonna Chelsea. I would definitely give an 8 as well, because they started a bit slow, but you can see with the players that the new signings is really starting to catch form. I mean, Ziyech is looks like on another level. Morgan, yeah. So I think they coming up. I would definitely give them an 8. And they're gonna be scary, the moment this game was. Yeah, I'd give them an 8. And then City, it's been up and down. The same like us. They've been struggling with injuries, but I mean they've got a big squad. So I mean anyone that comes in can do some serious damage. But I think I'm gonna give them a 6. I think they could have done better.
Who's more of a threat to you, Devin?
Look, even though City's 11th, I don't think we must take it lightly, because the moment they start, the moment that bus starts rolling, then you never know where they can end up.
True, 100%. And now we're coming on. Keenan came on just at the right time. Fabo, how would you rate Arsenal season thus far?
Ah, it's that 50-50, man. I have to say. It's always been the number one thing. You never ever know what Arsenal's gonna come on the day to come play. You can't confidently say, no matter what team we line up against, we're gonna say, it's easy 3 points for Arsenal. Don't worry, gents. Game is done. Now it's like, am I actually going to win Fulham on the next game at home? At home, I'm a question. I'm not going to win a team like Fulham. Look, we have this whole thing. Give him time. But how much time is enough time, like you said? My honest rating of Arsenal so far, it's a good 6. My only real highlight is just the United game, where I can actually say, like, we played proper football. We were by far the best team. It's literally that type of games where we can say, with the same intensity, the same everything, bring on the likes of a Liverpool again, and I believe the whole entire game would have been different. But 1 week afterwards, Villa, poof, there's the Arsenal we know and love. So it's too inconsistent.
Sure.
I had
up and down.
last week I had it at 5, but looking at the football that we're playing, I'm going with a 4, to be honest. I honestly can't see it getting better, Devi. Really, I can't see it getting better. I don't know what's gonna happen. Like Faba said, you don't know what you're gonna get. But let's dive into the weekend and the weekend predictions. Dane, you have West Brom. Let's start with your game. Prediction.
I'm gonna go with a 3-1 United.
3-1.
3-1.
You don't see a draw there, maybe it would be so United.
No draw coming. Maybe 2 penalties. I won't be surprised with 2 penalties. Or 1 penalty at least for the most.
Bruno, getting excited there.
Yeah, definitely Bruno with a goal and assist there, and maybe some
United
extra
playing away.
some cash.
Now they're playing at home.
Hey?
Playing at home.
Yeah, so Bruno's definitely getting a penalty.
But then again, our home record is not so. I don't think we have points yet there. We're still struggling with points there on Old Trafford. So yeah, it's tough without the fans there. But they can't blame the fans also, man. But okay, they bring the for us watching from home also, having the fans there. It's a lucky experience. But now it's like a training match. Every match is like a training match. You know?
Fair enough. Next question. Coleridge actually did it for me. Leeds, Fabo. How are you feeling about that one? Prediction.
I can't honestly say. We're going to Leeds. Again, for me, it all depends on how Arteta decides to set up the team. Are we going to play the counter-attack in football? Are we going to treat Leeds like the Big Six? Literally, are we going to treat Leeds the way we'll treat Liverpool, where we know they're going to come non-stop at you? They're going to attack for a full 90 minutes. Hell, we all thought like when they played against Poole, that intensity will only last for a good 25 to 30 minutes, then the engines are done. No, they went all the way up until the 90s. That's what I was afraid of. I know, with the likes of Hector Bellerin over there, with the likes of Luis there, that's blunders. Against the Leeds, that's going to give you no mercy. I honestly can't. I don't know what to expect, really.
It's tough, yeah. It's going to be a tough
It's not going to be a tough fixture, but for me, I'm hoping for a 2-1 to us. Yeah, that's about it.
2-1. Cole says 6-0.
English.
David, your
Yes, sir.
one. Leicester at home. Prediction.
I'm gonna go 2-1. 2-1 Liverpool. It's
2-1
too
Liverpool.
tight. Yeah, it's too tight to go. But I think we've got goals up front though, and if we can have Matip and Fabinho at the back, and with Milner, the reliable Milner, I think we shouldn't be too bad, at the back. So 2-1 Liverpool.
2-1. Fair enough. Last game, City Spurs. Dane, prediction. I'm going to start with you. City Spurs prediction.
That's a 2-2 draw there. I see a 2-2 draw coming there.
I'm also hoping
Gareth
for that.
Bale.
Hoping for that
Harry
excitement.
Kane.
I'm hoping for that same result. Yeah.
But it
Fabo.
also it can go either way, you know.
100%.
I feel like a Pep masterclass is gonna pop up. You know, the Pep and Jose rivalry runs deep. They take it a lot more personal at each other. So I'm going more Pep's result where I can see a 4-2 or something like that, because Pep wants to make a statement where Pep just wants to go like, I need to kill this little bad vibe that's hanging on my shoulders, and again, Spurs is the perfect time for him to shine. But again, maybe Jose has the United voodoo. That's again another United story where he just goes rampant against City.
That is it me or did you notice Kevin De Bruyne's form?
Yeah, no, he is a bit
Poor. It's poor.
His fellas, Vicky. His form is a bit off. Yeah, did you notice it, Devin?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
Even that game with Belgium, the Belgium game now with England. Yeah, he looked off.
I think Devin is happy for that. But Jesus is back also as well, so it is gonna be.
Yeah.
Devin, your prediction for Spurs and City just before we close off.
Devin, sorry, just to mention one thing about De Bruyne. I saw even in Liverpool, he got the Liverpool game, he had a slight injury and he waved to the bench, said, "Don't." It's like he doesn't want to be substituted. He wants to play right through with that injury. I think he's playing through the pain, man. That's why you don't see the De Bruyne of last season. And I think he's worried that he's actually it's gonna be something where he's gonna long-term injury again. So maybe he's holding back where that's concerned. So, but yeah. I can't say I'll be happy, but yeah, inside.
And
Sorry, Devin, what do you want?
Prediction for City and Spurs.
I agree with Fabian. It will definitely be a tactical. It's going to come down to a tactical battle, but I think Pep always got the better of Jose. You know, so I'm going to go with Pep, and I'm going to go 2-1 as well.
2-1 City as well.
Yeah, it's going to be tight.
Yeah. But that's it, gents. We've come to the end of the show. I want to thank you guys for jumping on. Like this, as always, time flies when you're having fun. Thank you to you guys in the comments as well. Like the thing says at the bottom. Like the thing, share the thing, subscribe to the thing. And that's it, gents. Thanks a lot. We're out.
Short